Back in 2025, I was working as a senior analyst in the retail industry when I started the leadership course at AGSM. Now here I am, 2 years on. I've been promoted to the role of a commercial manager, a success made possible through the focused and deliberate application of the leadership course concepts. Let me take you through how it all happened. I started the leadership course thinking it would be about theories, models, and case studies. Turns out, I was learning about myself. The course concepts encouraged me to reflect on what my priorities were over the medium and long term and identify my growth edges. For me, a key growth edge was to build the confidence and presence to contribute effectively during high stake conversations, particularly in meetings with senior management, where I used to find it challenging to articulate my thoughts and ideas. I adopted the principles of pre-scripting and practice during meetings. What a game changer it was when I pre-scripted and practiced my key points in preparation for a reporting improvement project meeting. My presence during that meeting was finally noticed, and I came across and was seen as a leader capable of influencing outcomes. I have continued to use this practice ever since, and it has worked wonders for me. Another key concept which I successfully applied to be more influential as a leader during high stake meetings was respectful inquiry. I tried to understand and focused on what others might be thinking. This enabled me to ask targeted questions to understand their point of view and in turn bring others on board with my ideas. I also stopped looking for quick solutions even in stressful situations. An example of this was when, during a very important meeting, I asked questions which helped in reaching a consensus amongst the board on one of the most profitable investments ever made by my company. My next leadership goal was to foster high quality relationships with my peers and company leaders. I leaned on the course's recommendations of engaging respectfully to build stronger relationships. Effective listening was a key part of my strategy. I began summarizing their contributions during conversations and asked specific questions to better understand their perspectives. This had an overall positive impact on my reputation as a genuine and affirming leader. I sought opportunities to engage in play with senior leaders, which was something I had never considered in the past. I made a pact with our company's managing director that we would both jump into ice pools and share a photo with each other. I would not have had the courage to engage with senior leaders in such an activity before taking the course. This helped me build a trusting relationships with the managing director of the company. These successes were only made possible by conquering my own gremlins. This meant identifying my personal fixed mindsets and adopting a more growth oriented mindset, learning from experiences, staying in learning mode. I stopped attributing my performance to inherent talents and instead saw it as a function of effort, learning, and application of strategies. I began to reinforce the belief that leadership skills and behaviors can be developed over time through systematic and persistent practice. Over the past 2 years, I've consistently engaged in experimental learning, applying one course concept at a time, developing experiments that aligned with my leadership goals, gathering feedback, reflecting on outcomes, and evaluating the lessons learned. I also began breaking down my goals into small, progressively challenging steps and celebrated even the smallest progress made towards developing my leadership capabilities. My final words for you today are that I will continue to develop as a leader and I will achieve my next goal of taking on the role of a strategic leader through drawing on the course concepts, experimenting, reflecting, and applying them with intention and make a positive impact on the world and the people around me.